What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon, MLB DFS video. It is Thursday edition. This is your first look. We've already ran through 10,000 simulations. We have a 3-game main slate, and then there's a 4th game at night. Maybe we'll cover with Outlier, but it's a really weird Thursday, but I wanted to bring you guys content anyway. So hopefully you guys had a great Wednesday. If you're new to the channel, we do things a little bit differently. We're going to go through game by game. We're going to look at all the pitchers, all the batters that we like from each team in those games. We're going to use Outlier to do that. Since we've already ran 10,000 sims, we're going to go through our matchup tool. So all the batters have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating. We're going to do our pitches be crazy. And then we're going to do our final segment, make and bake. So we do try to have giveaways every single day. And here's how you can win. You got to like this video. You got to be a subscriber to this channel. And you got to leave a comment. If you do all 3 of those and this video gets a minimum of 50 likes, you will have a shot at a free week of FTA Plus. So that's a week of all sports. So depending on when you watch this video, you might still have time to get the PGA content that starts. I think the tournament is 7:20 a.m. For the St. Jude, FedEx St. Jude's. That includes MLB every day, PGA on Thursdays, MMA on Saturdays, and of course NASCAR on Sundays. NFL is a month away. We're very excited. 1 month, well, less than a month actually. So you got Thursday Night Football, which is less than a month away. 1 month from today is the first football Sunday. And we have a DraftKings league that you guys can check out. It's $5 a week. The link is in the description. $5 a week, win money every single week if you place in the top 3. And at the end of the year, the total amount of points, the top 3 will all win prizes. So definitely check that out. But the second way to win, or if this video gets a minimum of 100 likes, you'll have a chance at a free month, 150 likes, a free year, 200 or more likes on this video, a chance at a lifetime pass. Second way to win, somewhere in the video there'll be a keyword or key phrase. Type it in and see if you are the winner. This is going to be to see who the 1 or 2 winners are from Wednesday's video. Now, even if the keyword is in this first comment, we're still going to re-roll it for the keyword. Debonair, congratulations. You are the video likes winner. So shout out to you. You know the drill. Please email me and we'll get you set up for your account there. The keyword was energy, but we're still going to re-roll it for the keyword right now. So you still have a chance to win one and another shot to win. It's completely random. And the winner is, there you go, T Taylor 1412. It's been a minute since you've won, so congratulations. Please email me with the subject line. You are the 8-6 keyword winner, and then let me know your username on our website. That being said, like I said, we have 3 games. It's weird Thursday. Ballpark factors, no big chances of home runs right now. Nationals Park, the wind is blowing in between the Athletics and Washington. PNC between Cincy and Pittsburgh, it's blowing directly in. Truist Park, Miami at Atlanta, blowing in. And T-Mobile Park, Chicago White Sox at the Mariners, blowing in as well. So that being said, we are going to dig in right now. So looking at the first game, you got the White Sox at Seattle. You've got, it's just a weird, I don't know what's we've got Shane Smith versus Logan Gilbert. Shane Smith has only seen 18 plate appearances of the Mariners, 214 batting average, 27.8 K percentage. And then you got Logan Gilbert in his career, 43 plate appearances, 27.9 K percentage, 286 batting average against the White Sox. So we look at Logan Gilbert. We'll dig in a little bit and we'll check this out. We'll use Outlier. Like I said, the link to sign up is down below. If you look at splits, he has not faced the White Sox this year. When he pitches at home, he does have a better ERA of 2.27, which we really like to see. He's got a 3-4 record, though. Just he's not getting the run support. That's the problem. Basically, on DraftKings, we're looking for 20 to 30 fantasy points per pitcher. On Fanduel, 40 to 50 per pitcher over there. He has not hit value in a couple of starts. One was against Milwaukee. Milwaukee's a really good team, but he did hit the value there. Then you got Shane Smith. Now, the Mariners do strike out the most out of the 6 teams that are on this slate. He has not done much. So you can see 4 strikeouts, 5 strikeouts, 6. Okay. Splits-wise, he has faced Seattle once this year. In that game, he did get 6 Ks. He got 14.2, 5 innings, 3 earned runs, which was unfortunate. He had the strikeouts that we needed. He just didn't go deep into the game, and the fantasy points weren't there. He's only 5,800, though, so it is kind of intriguing. We do see Shane Smith on the road. He's got a 4.25 ERA on the road, 4.25 at home, so it does not matter where he pitches. Him being as cheap as he is intriguing to me, especially with the small amount of games that are on the slate here. Now, we can look at this, and we can see, and you can see the bullpen, the new thing they added. You can see what their bullpen's doing, the pitches they've given, the ERA, but also on the website, if you go to MLB, come down here, bullpen stats, and you click on it. It's updated every morning, pretty early in the mornings is when it's updated. So when we look at this, and you can sort it by however you want. So if you want to see what team's the worst team for ERA, it's Washington. And you can go down the list. You can then correspond this and correlate that over to here if you want. You can just kind of see what they've got. So if we're looking at Seattle bats against Smith, J-Rod does have a home run. Against right-handed pitching, like if I'm using like 3 to 5 batters here, Eugenio Suarez is 1, Josh Naylor is 2, probably Cal Raleigh is my 3rd one, and then you can sprinkle in a little bit of J.P. Crawford. You can sprinkle in J-Rod, who's batting 254. He's really batting basically the same between lefty and righty, and he's got 11 home runs against right-handed pitching this year. White Sox against Gilbert. Luis Robert does have a home run. Still surprised every time I see his name that he did not get traded. But against right-handed pitching, like they do okay. We could look at this, and we could look at maybe if Kyle Teal gets the start, you could look at him. Lennon Sosa, Luis Robert, only batting 197 though. Probably not Luis Robert. I'm probably looking at Colson Montgomery. Be cheaper options there. I will tell you, early simulations have Logan Smith being the 2nd highest pitcher on the slate, and the Mariners being the highest owned stack. So I think if you want to go lower, Shane Smith and the White Sox could be sneaky today, especially with 3-game slate. Cincy at Pittsburgh is next. You got Brady Singer versus Paul Skeens. Skeens is obviously going to be the number 1 pitcher. The problem with him, 5 to 6 innings is what we're going with. He did give up 4 earned runs against Colorado. Again, we always have to caution in Coors. It's always going to be different. Splits-wise, he has not faced the Reds this year. When he pitches at home, he does have a 1.87 ERA. So he's going to be very expensive. He's going to be worth it most likely. The problem is we'd love to see him go more than 5 innings, because if he goes 5 innings, they got him right around 90 pitches. If that's it, that's basically what we're looking at, and not much to go off of. We could see more of a 15 or a 16, more so than the 32 and the 27 and the 22 and the 29 that we're looking for. He's going to be very highly owned. I get that with 3 games. You're going to want to have some exposure to him, but you're also going to want to fade him a little bit in case he does get lit up. Now, I'm not saying he's going to, but he could. Then you got Brady Singer. Got a great matchup here against Pirates. He's coming off back-to-back 30-plus games against Washington. He did have a minus 11.55. He's already faced Pittsburgh twice this year. 10 innings total, 5 earned runs, 6 Ks, 7 walks. It's just been weird. The walks have been weird. He's only averaged 10 fantasy points a game, but he does have a good matchup. Here's the problem. And you look at this, last time he faced Pittsburgh was at Pittsburgh, 7.85, just like he's there. And then went at home, 12.25. So for whatever reason, he just has not been good against them this year, but he's been good against other teams. So I think people might see that. I think he's 6,800. I mean, if you want to pair him up with like, if you want to pair him up with Shane Smith, like if you put him in here, you put Singer in there, it's kind of crazy. You got some leeway there. Because then you can average 4,600 the rest of the way. So kind of crazy if something you want to look at there. But so the first game is the Athletics at Washington. It's not on the slate. And that's just because it's 3 hours, almost 4 hours earlier than the rest of the slate. So then we look at this, and if you want to go Reds against Skeens, no one has a home run. Against right-handed pitching, they do very well. But it just depends if Skeens going to get knocked out of this game early. But if I'm looking, it's probably Ellie. It's probably Noel V. Marte, TJ Friedel, Spencer Steer. I could see a stack here. Trevino. I think I like Trevino a little bit more at home, but we'll take him on the road a little bit. Pirates bats against Singer. He's given up the runs, but he's not giving up a home run to them. And they're okay against righties. I would look at Spencer Horwitz. I would look at O'Neal Cruz. Probably McCutcheon or Tommy Pham. It just depends. That's kind of what we'd look at. But you got to get crazy on a day like today, for sure. Just how crazy it is. Then the final game, Miami at Atlanta, Yuri Perez versus Carlos Carrasco. We stacked against Carrasco last time. We stacked the Reds. He only gave up 3 earned runs, which was kind of crazy. Thought he'd give up more. Did have 5 strikeouts, had 12.1 fantasy points. He's now going up against Miami. I don't trust him. I really don't. And it's not been confirmed that it is him. but he did last pitch on Thursday. So it is his turn in the rotation. And then you got Yuri Perez. Same thing. We took him against the Yankees. And he's not been confirmed yet. He did pitch on Saturday. Would be his turn on the rotation here. I don't mind him, especially against Atlanta, is what I would look at. So if I'm taking a pitcher, it's Yuri Perez and probably fading Carrasco. But if you got to get crazy because of how cheap Carrasco is, I get that too, especially if you make multiple lineups. But if we're looking at Atlanta bats against Perez, like Ozzy Albies has a home run. That is it, really. Against right-handed pitching, cheap. I mean, everyone's going to be on Matt Olson. Everyone's going to be on Ozzy Albies, Marcell Ozuna. But maybe sprinkling a little bit of Sean Murphy, maybe sprinkling Eli White, Michael Harris makes sense as well. And again, like Nacho Alvarez could be a cheaper option there. Miami bats against Carrasco. Again, Xavier Edwards has only faced him 2 at-bats, and that is it. Nobody else. Against right-handed pitching, though, like I'm looking at Kyle Stowers. Over 20 home runs, batting almost 300. I would look at Hernandez, batting 306. I would look at Xavier Edwards. I would go Augusto Ramirez, and I'm probably looking at Otto Lopez as well. Lot to like there. A Miami stack makes sense. If you want to get crazy, Carlos Carrasco makes sense as well. So if you were to like stack Carrasco and Smith, you can then average 4,800 the rest of the way. Get crazy, get creative on a 3-game slate like this. Okay, so that is that. We are now going to go over our matchup tool. Again, guys, there's 3 games. There's not a ton of 10 out of 10. It's kind of a downer day. I don't know how much I'll play, but I wanted to bring it to you. So Brent Rooker's number 1. Number 2 is Shea Langoliers. 3 is Tyler Soderstrom. 4 is Josh Naylor. 5 is Jorge Polanco. And 6 is Darrell Hernandez. But I'm going to add the 9 out of 10 as well, just because 6 is not enough. So 7 is Nick Kurtz. 8 is Eugenio Suarez. 9 is Gio Urshela. 10 is Luis Ariz. 11 is Randy Arozarena. Or no, we've got 10. There's only 10. There's not much today, guys. A lot of it's the Athletics against Washington, the game that's not even on here. And then the other one is Seattle there. But if I want to get a little sneaky, maybe look at a little bit of White Sox as a stack. Maybe look at Miami as my second favorite stack on this slate. So now we're going to do pitchers be crazy. So these are the batters, or these are the teams that strike out the most against the pitchers. So Shane Smith at Seattle. Seattle strikes out the most out of any team on this slate. 8.99 Ks per game, 8.96 at home. Brady Singer at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh strikes out 8.72 times per game, 8.22 at home. Number 3 is Yuri Perez at the Braves, if it is in fact Yuri. The Braves strike out 8.71 times per game. They strike out 8.76 at home. Number 4 is Paul Skeens versus Cincinnati. Cincinnati strikes out 8.57 times per game, 8.86 on the road. And then finally, Mitchell Parker versus Sacramento. Sacramento strikes out 8.53 times per game, 8.83 on the road. Now we're going to do bases. So this is Makin Bacon. So you can use these for bases, some prop bets, 1+ hits, 1+ RBIs. But these are the ones that I am targeting for the day. The majority of them are at the Athletics against Mitchell Parker. But I got Brent Rooker, number 1. Number 2 is Shea Langoliers. 3 is Tyler Soderstrom. 4 is Nick Kurtz. 5 is Josh Naylor. And that's really it. I mean, you could go a little bit of Spencer Horwitz. I'm okay with that. You could go a little bit of O'Neal Cruz, Randy Arozarena, and JP Crawford. But that's it. I'm probably taking it easy today. I don't like this slate. Then strikeouts for pitchers. Target these. Paul Skeens, 6+ strikeouts, maybe 7. Just depends if he can go deeper into the game. Logan Gilbert against the White Sox, 5+ strikeouts, maybe go up to 6+ strikeouts. Number 3 is Brady Singer against the Pirates. Maybe 5+ strikeouts there. Shane Smith against Seattle, because Seattle strikes out the most. 5+ to 6+ strikeouts is what I would look at. So there you have it. The keyword of the day is Waterloo, though. I don't know if anyone's had these. These are very good. I've had the lemon lime. I've had the blackberry lemonade, and I've had the raspberry nectarine, which that was my favorite. But have you guys had these before? And I'm curious Which ones do you like? That's what I've got. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, get those down below. Make sure you check out our free Discord down below. And on top of that, if you have any desire to get into our fantasy football league, the link will be down below as well. Have a great day. Good luck. And as always, bring on some bacon. We'll be back tomorrow with a full slate